Today we welcome our internet audience on YouTube and Facebook and Twitter and all the rest of it. We are here once again in a cave in St. Philip. Now this is not part of our normal tourist hike, and we're taking it by natural light. As you can see, it's down underground I am, and we're looking into the outside where you can see the visitors as silhouettes. So their identity is protected. Now here we have, as you can see, ancient coral stone structure. As I pan the camera up into the roof, you'll see colonies of bats. If you don't like bats, well, that's tough. But you can see them on the screen and you can virtually experience the bat. Now down in there, it turns to complete blackness. And if you're adventurous, you may go down in there. The ladies went a short way, but then they changed their mind. And frankly, I don't blame them because the smell was quite awful. So make sure that if you do decide to do some caving, serious caving, you travel with your N95 mask and several other protective devices to make sure that your experience is not compromised and that you can hike in comfort. Now as we exit the cave, you will see. Okay, we're now climbing out of the cave here in St. Philip. This is Maps Cave, and it's part of the international tour for West Indians International Tours. And as we climb up, you can see that it's much easier to get out of it now thanks to the tree roots than it was years ago. We're here in the fields of Bailey's plantation in St. Philip, and this plantation has a very interesting history which you get to learn about in due course. We can't give it all at one time. And we're walking here along, and on the right side we have a banana field, and it's agricultural land, and we are always talking about agriculture here in Barbados. We have to grow what we eat and eat what we grow. So we are giving you a tour of our agricultural sector. Here we are in the pasture with the cows, and we have some cattle egrets which you can see there that pick the ticks off of the cows, and the pasture keeps the cows in because it has an electric fence, as you can see there. The two wires carry some voltage and they're insulated here. Notice the yellow insulators that hold the wire onto the poles. And they have a large cows. There must be over 100 cows in this pasture. Okay, we're here taking our trek through the hillsides in Bailey's. And up front there are my tourists, and they're getting away from me as usual. And I got a... For the benefit of all the people joining us on YouTube and Facebook, we want you to be able to appreciate the beautiful surroundings, as you can say. This is what you will experience when you do the Culpeper hike out of Skeets Bay. So if you want to book the Culpeper hike out of Skeets Bay, there's the little island, Barbados' only little island. And at really low tide you can get out to it. You will get wet, but you can actually stand. At high tide you have to swim. But it's nestled in a nice little bay, very quaint looking, with lots of surrounding rocks, and it's a really nice place to be. As you can see, with me today are the international tour reps, so if you're doing in Caribbean, you want to make sure and deal with them. Okay, we're here now in the front of Culpeper Island. As you can see, this is the first time I'm putting it on YouTube and Facebook. Barbados is only little island, and if it was low tide, it seems fairly low today, you probably could get to it. And it is the bay out there. Over there in the distance on the hillside is a few cows, and that's where we're headed now.
It's really low.
Okay, the hike is going to go in the direction of that lighthouse out there. Let me just zoom in and show you the lighthouse. And did you know that that little tower there next to it in the distance, not the one right next to it, but the one in the distance, that is used for sampling the air that as it comes across, a joint experiment with the University of Canada. And they were actually able to detect camel dust that came across the Atlantic. camel spores and all kinds of things in it. So it's traveled all the way over the Atlantic in the upper atmosphere. We've gotten to the other side in the Culpeper experience, and there's the island now from the other side, and everybody's taking their pictures, and now we have to hike back to the We don't often do hikes in St. Philip, and today is an extra special day, and we wanted you to be able to appreciate the beauty of the Culpeper Island from every possible vantage point. And that's the reason why now the remaining of our hike is going to go on these cliffs all around and over to the Skeets Bay. Here's our last look at Skeets Bay and Culpeper Island, and in the distance East Point Lighthouse, the most eastern point of the island. Thank you for virtually hiking with us on YouTube and Facebook. We really do appreciate you joining us for all of our interesting... Okay, we're here in Skeets Bay on the way back from our hike, and it's a typical tropical scene. Fishing boat, beautiful blue sky, lovely beach, nice jetty, and a lovely scene over there. In the distance is the fishing market. But this beach does not attract a large degree of tourists because this side of the island is not a popular tourist destination.